At the edge of the Arctic, a traveler prepares for the longest migration on Earth. Before taking flight, it carefully reads the language of the wind.
Every feather must work perfectly during the journey ahead. The bird tests the muscles that will carry it across entire oceans.
No bird makes this epic journey entirely alone. Instinct signals that the moment of departure is approaching. The bird gathers the final energy reserves needed for the journey. Deep within its instincts, an ancient compass begins to awaken.
One final rehearsal before committing to the vast unknown. With the Arctic behind it and the world ahead, the journey is about to begin.
With a single leap, the long migration finally begins.
Each wing beat carries it farther from the only home it has known.
Ahead lies thousands of miles of open sea. Efficiency is everything on a journey this long.
It is not the only traveler following nature's ancient route. The wind becomes both guide and companion.
Hour after hour, the bird presses forward. The first day ends, but the journey does not. Nightfall brings new challenges and hidden dangers. Somehow, under a sky of countless stars, it always knows the way forward. After flying through the night, a new day begins far from land. Even while migrating, every opportunity to refuel matters.
Favorable winds can save precious energy.
Days may pass without a single glimpse of land. The bird constantly searches for nature's free energy. Hour after hour, endurance becomes survival.
The sun sinks once again, but the journey continues. Another night begins over the open Atlantic.
While most creatures sleep, the migration never stops. Guided by instincts older than human history, the traveler flies on. Far ahead, a dangerous obstacle rises from the horizon.
Ahead lies one of the greatest tests of the journey.
The storm wastes no time revealing its power.
Every second demands perfect control.
Lightning tears across the sky as the bird presses onward. One mistake here could be fatal. Below, the ocean becomes as dangerous as the sky.
Hours of struggle begin to drain its strength.
The storm throws everything it has at the tiny traveler. Against overwhelming odds, it survives the storm and flies on.
The storm has passed, but danger is far from over.
A master hunter has chosen its target. Every fraction of a second now matters.
The first attack narrowly misses. The Tern relies on agility against overwhelming power. The hunter refuses to give up. The ocean itself becomes a shield. With strength fading, the Tern makes one last gamble. For a split second, the hunter miscalculates.
Once again, the tiny traveler survives and continues its extraordinary journey.
Thousands of miles and countless dangers have begun to take their toll.
Even the strongest wings have limits. The exhausted traveler searches desperately for a place to recover.
Fuel is running low, and every meal matters.
Maintaining flight becomes harder with every passing hour.
At last, a brief opportunity to rest.
For the first time in days, the traveler can pause. But the ocean never truly stands still. The journey cannot wait forever. Rested but not finished, the traveler rises once more toward the distant horizon. Far below the traveler, something enormous is moving through the depths.
The largest animal ever known to live on Earth appears beneath its path.
A single breath from the giant reaches higher than the bird itself. One traveler rules the sky, the other rules the sea. Without warning, the ocean erupts. The impact can be felt hundreds of meters away. Below, giants work together in one of nature's greatest hunting strategies. Not every giant is a predator. Some giants remain hidden, known only through fleeting glimpses. Surrounded by creatures larger than imagination, the tiny traveler continues its impossible journey. After weeks above cold northern waters, the traveler enters a world of heat. Near the equator, the winds disappear.
The equator creates storms that tower above the sea like mountains.
Warm rains replace the icy storms of the north.
Without knowing it, the traveler crosses from one hemisphere to another.
the sky itself begins to change. Different winds now guide the journey. At last, the traveler begins making rapid progress toward the far south. Half a world away from its birthplace, the journey continues toward Antarctica. After months of travel, the first sign of Antarctica appears. The ocean changes as the bird approaches the southernmost waters on Earth. At last, the frozen continent begins to reveal itself.
A world of ice rises from the sea.
Even here, life thrives in the harshest conditions. The rich southern seas provide a reward for the long journey.
In Antarctica, the sun barely sets during summer. The southbound migration is finally complete. From the Arctic to Antarctica, this tiny bird has completed one of the greatest journeys in the natural world. Behind this tiny traveler lies a journey few creatures on Earth could survive. From frozen northern cliffs to the edge of the world, every mile tells a story. Thousands upon thousands of miles now separate it from where the journey began. Few animals experience both ends of our planet in a single year. For now, the struggle is replaced by peace. This journey is part of a cycle repeated across generations. And somewhere deep within its instincts, another journey is already waiting.
The adventure never truly ends.
This small bird connects continents, oceans, and hemispheres. Across the greatest migration on Earth, the Arctic Tern reminds us that even the smallest traveler can achieve the impossible. And soon, the journey will begin again.
From the Arctic to Antarctica and back again, this remarkable bird completes the longest migration known in the animal kingdom.